I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger. Could we watch this? Wait, maybe can we start with this one? Ooh, it's so hard to pick what video to watch, chat. No one else though, only
When it comes
Penguin.
to animatronic dining experiences, the selection is few and far between, and their popularity seems to be fading away more and more as time goes on. But this wasn't always the case, and for several decades, they
slam
were
my
one of the
coffee real
biggest
quick.
fads
It's
in
cold.
restaurant and live entertainment history. Without a doubt, the two most iconic that led to this phenomenon was Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater and Showbiz Pizza Place. But there's more to both restaurants than meets the eye,
I'm gonna go take
and
my
the
smoke
story
break real
behind
quick.
each
You guys watch
franchise
the
is
first
full of
30 seconds of the
unexpected
video
origins,
again for me.
drama, betrayal, and a lot of unintentionally horrific
Also, can you guys hear me all right,
animatronics.
or is the
So
video
let's go
too
back
loud?
to a much simpler and stranger time.
Can you hear
the
me?
rise and fall of Showbiz Pizza Place and Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater.
Audio is good. Okay, I'll probably pause it. Don't get me wrong, but you can hear me. Hell yeah.
The story begins in a very unlikely time and place in history.
Is this Utah?
With a college freshman by the name of Nolan Bushnell at the University of Utah in the
Ah!
1960s. You see, Bushnell
I'm
was
so
pursuing
smart.
a degree in
Dude,
electrical
my
engineering,
geoguesser skills have gotten crazy.
and like most universities
blow
in the
my
60s,
own mind.
the college's computer department had a
Geoguesser for
computer
free.
game
Yeah, no,
called
that was a
Space
good
War.
one.
It was quite literally the world's first
Bro,
video
how
game,
did I do
and
that?
he found himself absolutely captivated by the
Actually, unfortunately, do you want to know how I knew that? It's for I haven't watched it because the show breaks my brain, but I've seen like a season and a half of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives now, and they have so much like drone footage of like around the different places in Utah they go to.
innovative piece of technology.
I'm not proud. I'm
But
not
it's at a
proud.
local- It was the amalgamation of these theme park arcade games and the
Ooh.
college's Space War computer game that led to his brilliant idea: video game arcades.
Video
He
game
then
arcades.
set forth on making this
Bruh.
vision a reality, in which he eventually co-founded the entertainment company Syzygy to produce the first arcade video game in history,
Computer Space.
Unfortunately, this didn't take the world by storm.
I think we should consider getting back to marketing video games like this one. I think we need to put beautiful women in costume jewelry with big hair and flowy dresses next to PS5s. Who's with me?
Characters. Even better was how the show appealed to both children and parents. But the Disney theme park inspirations didn't end there, as Bushnell also envisioned the Pizza Parlor arcade with an iconic mascot in the same vein as Mickey Mouse.
Can we count on you?
You can count on me.
Can we count on you?
You can count on me.
Now,
Wait, that was
despite popular
scary. That was
belief,
scary.
The original intention wasn't to also be a mouse.
Was
but
that a
coyote,
Disneyland
and the title
commercial?
of the restaurant was going to be
Coyote
Coyote
Pizza.
Bushnell even purchased what he thought was
Oh.
a coyote costume from an
Ew.
IAAPA trade show, or International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions.
Oh.
However, once the costume was
Ah!
sent back to
He's
Atari,
scary.
they realized it was actually a rat. So
He's
it
a
seems
rat.
he decided to embrace the obvious similarities to Mickey Mouse, as the
No,
character
bring
was
back
then
the
given
beautiful
the name
women.
of Rick Rat,
We lost the
or
plot.
Ricky Rat, with the
Ricky
title of
Rat.
the restaurant also changed to Ricky Rat's
Ricky
Pizza
Rat.
Time Theater. But Atari's PR agency felt having the word rat in the
Ricky
title
Rat.
of the restaurant probably wasn't the best idea. So the mascot and restaurant was given a new title, the Big Cheese's Pizza Time Theater.
Wow, they had a lot of
Unfortunately, the
names.
Marriott hotel chain, for whatever
Yeah, let's go
reason,
to the Rat
already had a
Pizza in
trademark on the name the
Chalcasino.
Big
Dude,
Cheese.
I'm in.
So the creative team put their heads together and came up with the name Chuck E. Cheese for the mascot, and the restaurant became Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time
Yeah,
Theater.
dude.
But the cigar-smoking rat would also
The
be
80s were so woke they replaced women for rats.
joined by a handful of other characters, and together they would
That's
be
so
known
funny.
as the Pizza Time Players.
Now, if
Yes.
you're a parent, you've got some kids
Okay,
at
we're
home,
starting
I
to
think you
get
better pay attention
there.
to this story because before too long,
We're starting to get
Chuck
there.
E. Cheese and his Pizza Time Theater will be a very intimate feature in your life.
Intimate.
On May 17th,
Was that a Confederate
19
Time
flag?
Theater will be a very
Chat, that's a Confederate flag.
intimate.
In addition to the sale
Chuck E.
itself,
Cheese
one
not
of his
woke.
stipulations
Stop! Chuck E. Cheese not woke! Oh my god.
was that Warner fully fund one Chuck E. Cheese restaurant, which they did, but they simply had no
Not my
interest in
rat
building
pizza!
another. This
The company's ultimate aim is to create a cutesy fantasy world in every neighborhood, to bring a mini Disneyland to your doorstep.
Okay,
And of course,
that
to
pizza
help
looks
your
way better
children
than the pizza I
spend
ever
a
saw
lot more
at Chuck
of
E.
your money.
Cheese.
Dolly Dimples, the singing hippopotamus,
What the hell?
is powered by a computer system capable of handling 450 instructions per
scared.
second. Dolly has a repertoire
hair
of
nets or
more
gloves
than
in
20
sight.
medleys and a bosom that rises and falls with compressed air.
the
Oh no! Okay, the way I was sitting there, like before they said anything about the bosom, I was like, are her boobs moving? They were.
Second
They
Chuck
were
E. Cheese
moving.
restaurant opened just a year later.
Chat, I
which
didn't see
utilized
this
a
video
former
going
grocery
this
store
way.
and was 4 times the size of the first location, making it the largest pizza parlor in the country. New additions included Dolly Dimples the piano-playing hippo, which, quick fun fact, was intended to be for adults due to her somewhat risque dialogue and
Stop.
bouncing bosom. To deter kids from entering, they even made a sign with the words "especially for mom and dad." However, ultimately it was never posted.
We love
and she often
corrupting
entertained children of
children.
all ages.
The Pizza Time Dinner proudly presents
Down by the old
not the new but the old,
stream.
not the river but the stream.
I'm
The
scared.
second location
I'm
also
scared.
proved to be a major hit with families, and gave Bushnell the confidence to leave Atari and
dude.
focus solely on his Pizza
You
Time
see,
Theater
dude, he's
restaurant.
smoking his pipe. Check it out.
And gave Bushnell the
What a
confidence to
badass.
leave Atari entry. By the end of the next year, there were almost 10 additional Chuck E. Cheese restaurants, and was on track to open 300 more by 1984, and 1,000 by the end of
1984.
the decade. A major player of this massive expansion was to be Robert Brock.
He looks so tired. He looks kind of scary. Why is
Or
everyone
Bob Rock,
scary
the
in
president
this?
of Topeka
Tim!
Inn Management. You see, in the years prior, he'd
Oh
already
my
amassed
God,
quite
wait.
the fortune by franchise
Dude,
in management.
who remembers when
You see-
Holiday Inn looked like that? Dude, I remember. Oh my God. Wait, this is more of a throwback than anything else in this video so far. Bro, oh my God, we always used to stay in this one Holiday Inn when we went to go see like one of my aunts and uncles because it had like the best hotel pool ever. So this really just set me.
In the years prior, he'd already amassed quite the fortune by franchising Holiday Inn locations all
Yeah, man. Okay, this was not
See,
the
in the years
pool that I
prior,
went
he'd
to,
already amassed
but that
quite the
this is
fortune by
literally more
franchising Holiday
nostalgic.
Inn
Like that's really what it looked like. It was like crazy, bro.
locations all
Take
over
me
the
back.
world, and was drawn to the prospect of
Oh.
getting a
Chucky, what Chucky sitting on the floor like that? What Chucky sitting on the floor
slice
like
of
that?
the pizza. Even as his first restaurant was about to open, this had yet to happen and was growing concerned. So ultimately, Bob Brock decided Aaron Fechter's animatronics were the future of pizza parlor stage show dining, and the two set forth to create their own franchise, Showbiz Pizza Place.
I bet that pizza tastes good.
You've never seen a place like Showbiz Pizza Place. We'll serve you a pizza second to none. So come for pizza, stay for the fun.
The very
Dude! It's so insane how far commercials have come. That was.
first Showbiz Pizza Place opened its doors in
I have
Kansas
no-
City
I have
March
no
of
words for that.
1980.
What?
The
I
actual
knew-
very first
okay.
Showbiz
Okay. I wasn't certain, but I was like, okay, I think the reason that I've always been a bit fascinated with Chuck E. Cheese is I'm pretty sure the first Chuck E. Cheese was the one I went to. Okay, let's go back. I'm pretty sure.
But to make it at least somewhat unique, they made a few minor alterations to the show tapes and character designs. However, these short-term animatronic characters wound up being very popular, so the group would stay on as the foundation for future locations. This was the same case for the restaurant's mascot,
Bruh.
Billy Bob, as he was
Billy
just a slightly
Bob,
redesigned
what a
character
name.
from the
A
totally
name of
not
all
a knockoff of
time.
Country Bear Jamboree, Bear Country Jubilee. Although it is worth mentioning that initially he was only a walk-around character, and not actually part of the stage show.
Why did his mom get him this shirt? Bro, this bear thing looks like it's seen some shit. I need this shirt for my next birthday party.
The second
Oh, thank you for
Showbiz
the
Pizza
lurk,
Place
Bison.
opened for business in August of 1980, and this was the one that solidified
Whoa.
the restaurant into American pop
No,
culture
this literally
with
looks
the
like my
Rockefeller
Chuck E.
explosion.
Cheese.
The show now officially featured Billy Bob and his pal
Billy
Looney
Bob.
Bird, Mitzi Mozzarella, Duke LaRue and Fats Geronimo, Beach Bear, along with Rolf de Rolf and Earl Schmarl.
That looks like mine, I swear.
Showbiz, electronic fun is showbiz. Showbiz Pizza Place. We've got big kids fine as showbiz. Little kids
I'm pretty
fine
sure
as
my
showbiz.
Chuck E. Cheese is one of the original ones. If it wasn't the
Showbiz Pizza Place. Share the fun.
Bye,
Come
Billy
on and
Bob.
share the
Bye,
fun
Billy Bob.
at Showbiz Pizza Place.
Ooh,
Now at
what
this
a nice
point,
harmony.
you're probably wondering, oh,
The movements are more
Chuck E.
lifelike
Cheese
and the
son or
songs aimed at a more adult
Showbiz
audience.
Pizza daughter. Oh, I choose Chuck E. Cheese son all the way.
the production of animatronic Rockafire
Also, I gotta
shows
burp.
also began to skyrocket. The technology behind the mechanical figures was also improved, which led to an average cost of $100,000 per restaurant,
I'm sorry.
or just over $300,000 today. Confident of their future, Showbiz Pizza was also spending quite a bit of money on R&D, with the majority of funds going towards
R&D.
even more advanced second-generation animatronics.
Not bad. It
One
felt
of these
good. It
was
felt
Uncle
good.
Creepy. I mean, Clunk, who was capable of
Wait.
32 different movements and was to be a major
Unk?
addition to the stage shows. There was
Unk
also a far
chopped
more
and
advanced
creepy.
Mitzi Mozzarella in the works, as well as a second-generation Duke, who would have played the
Ooh.
drums with
Okay,
far more
I
real.
do love seeing
realism.
when the robots, like without all the shit on it, and they play in the drums. That's really cool.
The ultimate goal to update
That's
all
really
the
cool.
characters by the 1990s. However, at the same time as Showbiz Pizza, their competition was also going through quite a few changes of their own.
Smile America, say Chuck E. Cheese. Smile America, say Chuck E. Cheese. Food and games and all kinds of creatures. For a taste of pizza time theater. Smile America, say Chuck E. Cheese.
Why
Much
is he
like
winking
Showbiz,
at me?
new
Why is he winking at me?
Locations were popping up all across the U.S., still the same.
Yeah, I mean, we
Many
gotta have a full
locations
family
also saw the addition
experience.
of new characters for the cabaret room, such as
Ooh.
Artie Antlers, who was originally called Elkton John, and
Elkton
BB Bubbles.
John.
But don't worry, Dolly Dimples and
I miss Dolly Dimples. Dolly Dimples, hear me out.
bouncing bosom was left in a handful of the restaurants, which no doubt led to some poor child to grow up with a strange and unexplainable hippo fetish.
Ah!
There were also new pun-centric sideshows, such as the Beagles, who performed songs by
Oh,
the
the
Beatles, and the
Beagles,
Beach
I like
Bowsers, who
that.
played songs by the Beach Boys. But severe financial trouble was brewing for the company behind the scenes.
No!
You see, during Chuck E. Cheese's aggressive expansion, franchisees were allowed to go virtually unchecked with their spending and promotional campaign expenses.
Oh.
Another issue were the labor costs for upkeeping the animatronic shows, as they built up with each new location and were vastly underestimated. But more importantly, the appeal and novelty of the stage show-centric pizza parlors simply began to wear off, and the also aggressively expanding Showbiz Pizza Place only saturated the market even further. To put it simply, the opening of new locations was
Dude, he kind of looks like Grimace. This purple guy. Have you been thinking of that too? He reminds me of Grimace from McDonald's.
This led to the resignation of founder Nolan Bushnell. In
Uh-oh,
that March,
he
Pizza
sold.
Time Theater filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Oh,
But Showbiz Pizza was also suffering from many, if not all, the same problems as Chuck E. Cheese, as their
Uh-oh.
once exponential growth just a few years earlier had also come to a screeching halt. The decline in business had also abruptly stopped the flow of money into R&D, with the second
more money.
generation, more advanced
Ah!
Showbiz animation.
Ah! Oh my god! What the f- Dude, these photos are so scary. Oh my god, she's naked. She got pom-poms. She's a cheerleader.
The only one to escape this fate was the terrifying, lovable Uncle Clunk, who actually did wind up debuting in a handful of locations.
What the?
Unfortunately,
he
this
got
well-intentioned
butt
nightmare fuel
plug
wasn't all that
nose.
well received, and this led to a ton
Oh my god. Dude, we got a crop top.
of Uncle Clunks going unsold and unused. But Uncle Clunk wasn't the only
Oh!
victim, as Showbiz Pizza's abrupt expansion
Uncle Clunk is
cancellation led to a
very
massive surplus of
scary.
Rockafire animatronics, a creative engineering
my
with nowhere
God.
to
Dude, no, I'm so scared. Looking at these photos of like the factory where they make all the animatronics. And like, could you imagine being in a room with like 50 Uncle Clunks? Or that's more than 50.
go.
It's like 200 Uncle Clunks.
But despite the decline of both pizza parlors, due to the lawsuit, Showbiz Pizza was the one still making payouts to Chuck E. Cheese. So in order to save the company, Showbiz Pizza set out to purchase the now bankrupt Chuck E. Cheese and absorb all their assets. The merger led to Showbiz Pizza and Pizza Time Theaters to unify as a single entity,
Chuck E.
which in
Cheese?
1985 became Showbiz Pizza Time Inc. It's
When
also
do
worth
they
mentioning
become
that
the
similar
Chuck?
to Nolan Bushnell,
When
Bob
do they
Block
become
wound up
Chuck E.
stepping
Cheese?
down from his position as president and
The
CEO
branding
of
is
Showbiz
confusing.
Pizza. As far as the restaurants themselves, they were more or less kept independent from each other, except when it came
Oh.
to the marketing, as Billy Bob and Chuck E. Cheese were now seen as pals and part of
Oh,
the same bizarre
besties.
pizza parlor animal universe. Both franchises were
Besties.
also rebranded with new logos and simplified
Chuck E.
titles, now
Cheese.
sharing the same
Oh,
color scheme and word font.
yes.
Going even further, all the commercials and TV spots for both
I know that logo
restaurants
on the
were made
left.
to be
I've been
almost
there.
identical and
I've been there.
interchangeable.
Bro, all these commercials are so scary.
Getting the
Okay,
spotlight
there could be at least 3 bodies at the bottom of that ball pit, or there could be like a gallon of child piss.
As far as the terrifying Uncle Clunk,
No!
he became Orwell, a robot you control. And while certainly
1984!
educational for budding engineers, this somehow made the animatronic even more horrific. You see, as a way to gain back the exclusivity of the Rockefeller explosion, the new owners of Showbiz Pizza were putting major pressure on Aaron Fechter to hand over the copyrights. But after he repeatedly refused, the decision was made to get rid of them entirely in favor of a new show, Mr. Munch's Make Believe Band.
Ooh.
Next will be Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
First is overalls, then mask, body fur, hands, left foot,
No!
ankles,
Why are they taking
and
his
then
clothes
right
off?
foot, which will need to be unbolted.
The drastic
No!
initiative was known as Concept Unification and spanned across all Showbiz Pizza
Dude, there's-
restaurants,
why are they
in which the
gonna
beloved
stop?
Rockefeller explosion characters were skinned
No!
of all their aesthetics down to their bones, or mechanics. These same animatronic characters were then given new cosmetics and costumes based on the Chuck E. Cheese characters.
Does that one on the right have boobs? Luckily, my head's covering it. I think the bird's got boobs.
And though I realize these are simply inanimate objects, there's something incredibly unsettling about this process.
Yes!
So just like
I don't
that,
like this.
practically overnight. Anyway, concept unification meant Billy Bob and his pals were erased from existence within the restaurants in every possible way, with only the name of the restaurant being left intact. But the final nail in the coffin for Showbiz Pizza came in 1992, as every single location officially became Chuck E. Cheese restaurants, and the
I
name
was there.
Showbiz Pizza was officially retired. Chuck E. Cheese continued to dramatically
Yes,
expand, not
okay.
to mention evolve with
Here
the
we
times.
go.
Most of these efforts were done as a way to
We
keep the
evolving.
Big Cheese himself hip, trendy, and cool
Oh,
for a
he's
new
so hip
generation
and
of kids.
cool.
But as far as the animatronic entertainment,
No, that's
these
what I
soon
remember.
began taking steps backward in quality.
bird.
You see, when it came time to update the stage shows, initially they began testing an elaborate successor, the Chuck E. Cheese Awesome Adventure Machine. However, this was seen as too costly to operate, so a simplified and scaled back version known as Studio C was installed in the vast majority of locations. But over the years, the robotics were scaled back even further, and the updated figures for Mr. Munch's Make Believe Band were a true example of this. So it should come as no surprise that in 2017, the process of phasing them out entirely officially began, and continues to this day. By 2019, Chuck E. Cheese was valued at a whopping $1.4 billion, with
We
close to
millennial
600
based
locations.
Chuck E.
However, the
Cheese.
COVID-19 but let's be honest, even without the horror settings of a video game, the animatronics themselves continue to be a source of a ton of unintentional nightmare fuel.
Yes!
At least the ones in various states of disrepair. So at the end of the day, while both of the original Pizza Parlor animatronic spectaculars are a distant memory, enough of what made them so unique still exists today to ensure they'll never be forgotten.
That was such a fun video. Oh my god.